Hi everyone, it's me again. I'm Alan. Today, our guest speaker David is here again. Hi David. Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
hi,
How are
Alan.
you? Hi. So
Good.
you're at the your internship in the bank right now, right?
Yeah, in the office.
In the office now. So by the way, how's the COVID situation there?
Well, I gotta be honest with you. I began this internship uh, because I want to get out of the school. 4 months ago, there was one case in Beijing, which is very close to where my university is, and our school not shut down but close up the gate. I
Right.
really want to went out of school, and sometimes our association might hold some events, so I have to be there. So I think I have to get myself an intern. So I started two internship continuously without any gap to
Right.
secure my liberty.
At least you can actually leave your home, leave your school,
Yeah.
so that you can get some work, get some, meet more friends, meet more people during this COVID, other than
Yes.
just locking down at home.
Hmm.
Right. So David currently is a third year student, and he's studying in Renmin University of China, majoring in economics. And he used to study international school in mainland for around 6 years' time. And after that, he applied for the university. Now he's in the third year already. And in the last episode, he shared us about how to do the admissions there. And we found that the academic grades in your school, no matter in your school, in your DSE, are the main cause of the whole
Main
admissions. So if anyone want to apply for the university in mainland, please make sure that you have a good grades. So in this episode, David is going to share us about the learning and the working culture in mainland. So let's talk about the learning first, David. So I know that the really stressful workload in the secondary school and most also in the university. How is the workload there? Do you have any free time for your leisure?
Actually, if you want to, you do. But if you're going to finish your assignment and have a good grade, I don't think you will have. Actually, you don't even have time for internship for the first 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of workload do you usually have? Is that all they are they all research papers or are they like essays, discussions? I don't know. What kind of workload do you
Well,
have?
economics focus mainly on the math, so we usually
Mm,
do some solve some math problems. That's the main thing. And research paper, we don't do research paper. We
okay,
occasionally write some essays. And
okay.
for the final, we might write some essays for 5,000 words, but it's okay.
Wait. 5,000 words for every essay.
Yeah.
And and you said that you will have more than five subjects per term. So that means you need to write at least more you will have more than five essays per term.
Sometimes you will have 4 or 3 out of 5 courses that demand you to write a 5,000 words essay,
Uh-huh.
but usually it's just only one or two.
Okay. And how are the assignments or the essays? How are they weighing the assignments and the exams in the school?
I'm pretty half-half.
Half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You have all the assignments for 50% and 50% for the examination. Okay. Oh, by the way, for the students who would like to study, in general, a lot of people also saying that the environment, like the pollutions that are really bad. Are they really that bad?
No, it's actually pretty fine.
Uh-huh.
People might be intimidated by the news back in like 2015,
Mm,
where where the whole capital is surrounded by dust by
right.
PM 2.5. But but ever since the policy has been implemented, the air condition is much better, and I rarely see any dust or air pollution these years. It might occurs like maybe 3 times a year, but it's really rare.
Okay, so that means good. That means the pollutions
Yeah.
is improved and it doesn't affect you much on your learning or your working. The requirement of the Mandarin, it is really highly required. For example, if I'm a DSU student, my Mandarin is maybe not as that good. Do you think that he or she can still like survive?
As long as your listening is good,
Uh-huh.
your speaking won't affect a lot.
Uh-huh. Okay. So the listening skills is much more important than the
Yeah,
speak
you have
spoken.
to understand what the professors and your classmates are saying, unless
Mm.
nothing could be done.
Right. Oh, by the way, you studied your international school in Beijing?
In Guangzhou.
In Guangzhou. Okay. So and at that time, I believe that the accent of the Northern Chinese accent is not that significant yet. But then when you went to study in Beijing, all the accent will be really local. Will it be really difficult to understand at
I
that time?
think the accent of Beijing local is fine.
It's fine.
Not as hard to understand as those in the middle of the China of mainland.
Okay. So the communication between the students and professors are still okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Any international students studying together with you?
Um, Basically no, and
Hmm.
especially when it comes to the pandemic situation,
Uh-huh.
the they live in the same building, and when I pass by and I see that their building is basically turns into a ghost building, and basically they have their own e-bikes parked outside the building,
Hmm.
and I see that the dust and ashes become the real owner of their car.
I see. Okay. By the way, you take a bike to school usually?
I don't need to. I live in a dorm.
Okay, so it's really just right next to your school, the
Yeah,
dormitory.
the dorm is inside the school.
Okay, inside the school. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's much easier. But if you want to go somewhere else, do you take bike or will you still like take train,
It
bus?
depends on where I'm going. If still in Haitianchu, where my university lies,
Uh-huh.
then I think I would ride a bike
Uh-huh.
or take a bus. But the traffic in Beijing really sucks.
During the peak hours.
Yeah, even not during the, every hour is traffic jam hour.
So you need to um schedule. You should make your schedule much in advance. Okay. So you have mentioned that you joined a Hong Kong Student Association of Beijing High Institute.
Yeah.
So how does it work? How often do you need to plan and execute the activities?
Well, we are basically project oriented. So when we don't have any projects to do, and we simply do some social events to do the team building things. And basically, once in a month, it won't be that laborious.
Wow. Okay. Just once a month. But then you
Yes,
need to do all
that'll
the
be enough.
preparation, right?
Not that much. We will just, do karaoke. We went to dinner together, something like that.
A meeting in a karaoke.
Yeah, yes, very
That is
informal.
quite chill, relaxing,
That's very creative.
and very creative as well for sure. Okay. So only once a month for an activity. And what kind of activity do you usually plan? And how
Actually,
big
we
is your
have.
group?
How big is my group? Well, me as the Minister of Planning sector, we have 40 students. We have 40 students in my group. So yeah, the events that we usually hold, sometimes it's like team building, like old camps, like karaoke, we go to dinner together. And some things we do something academic, like just a few days ago, we held a conference about the policy address. We
Right.
found 5 students from different sub-major to, respectively talk about their own understanding about 5 different parts in the policy address, like
Right.
art, one country, two system, and science and technology, and the system of the electing system, and right, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And we will hold in just 1 month later, we will have a model nation, but in the form of a legislative council on the topic of the problem of land in Hong Kong. And we will pay visits to departments under governments and some companies to strive for some internship opportunities for our students.
Internship in Hong Kong, right?
In mainland.
In mainland. Oh, so you help the Hong Kong student to apply for an internship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It is really that easy. Like a little bit more privilege for the Hong Kong students to work in a state-owned company.
Well, actually, take mine as an example. Mine internship, it's actually a political assignment. Can I say that? It was like, because a China Merchant Bank is the affiliate to a larger group, which is called a China Merchant Company.
Right.
And the policy now is that you should advocate to facilitate Hong Kong students to do internship or employment in the mainland. So the group company told the affiliate that you have to recruit some Hong Kong students, so they do it, and they will reach out to some collectives of Hong Kong people, and our association is one of the collectives. So they turn to me and say if I could help spread the message, and I said okay, of course. And I myself is very interested in the work in bank, so I applied, and there's hardly any friction.
Okay, so now, well, that means now your company is actively looking for some Hong Kong students who is studying in mainland.
Periodically, when there's an order from the above.
Okay, okay. So when we're talking about your work, the work, do you like what you're doing right now? Do you like the working culture in China?
I would say in the middle, because the assignment they give me is basically translation on the some classified agreements of loan and security, something like that. And there would digit and some data, do some very basic data summary. And I think that the reason why they assign such translation work to me is due to the stereotype that we Hong Kong students have good command of English.
Okay. Okay. So you think that, well, but then do you think that they are like, I don't know whether I'm using a good word, but do you think that you are in a good position for that?
Yeah, guess you can say that.
Yeah. Would you like to do something more? Would you like to do something more, or what kind of things that you would like to do more if you have an option?
Well, actually, my expectation for internship is quite high. I would like to learn how they do business, learn
Mm,
about some interest rates or the financial
mm,
derivatives, but actually what I do is not the same as I expected.
right.
So I am a little bit disappointed, but I think it's normal because we are just bachelor. We are undergraduate. We are not a bachelor yet. So I
Mm,
don't think they would deem us as qualified to do those jobs. Basically, they
mm,
will assign these jobs to master.
mm. Is the internship compulsory to all the students?
Well, it is included in the program design. So you have to take one internship to graduate
For how long? The
for three
period of time?
months.
For at least 3 months.
Yeah, not at least 3 months, as long as you reach 3 months.
Okay. But then I can choose to do more internships, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So for example, like because you know that you have 4 years of studies and maybe I spend like 6 months in one company and another 3 months in another company, would that be allowed?
Of course, that would be allowed. They don't care how many internships you took, but just to fill out there's a form that
Right.
would that you need to show that you have done an internship in a specific company for three
Right.
months. As long as you have that and you submit to the school and everything is at your
Mm.
liberty.
Will there be any difference of um, privilege or salary for the student between the students, the students from Hong Kong and the students from, or the graduates from Hong Kong and the graduates from the mainland China? Will there be any difference?
Well, according to what I see on the paper that I have to sign, there is no difference between Hong Kong and mainland students. And
Mm,
actually, when the company is recruiting any people, no matter where they come from, they have the same salary set for
mm,
them.
okay. Mm. Would you would you actually expecting yourself to do a master degree overseas?
Mm, Maybe back in Hong Kong.
Oh, we're back to Hong Kong.
Mhm.
Okay. And why? Why would you choose that?
Well, I do care about my health, and I'm not sure if if signing overseas we can be tested positive for COVID, and that's mainly the reason
Oh,
why. And that's the reason why I want to come back to Hong Kong. And I have studied in mainland for long enough time to understand the
mm,
culture here, so I want to come back.
mm, okay. Well, that's fair enough. After a long while studying in England, and it's time to like come back to home and try to use all your experience in
Yes,
mainland to utilize your knowledge and experience in any Hong Kong companies. Well, that is fair enough. Thank you so much, David. And if any one of you have any questions or any comments, um, or any challenges you have right now applying for university in China, please leave your comments down there, and we've got someone to reply you really soon. So I wish you all the best, David, and I will see you next time.
the same to you. See ya.
Bye bye. Bye everyone.
Bye.